Hi, welcome to the course. What I want to do right now is just kind of provide an overview of our first module. It's normally the most complex and it has 3 layers to it. So I kind of want to go over that in detail so you understand it. The first part you're going to do is just a paper. You're going to write 1 to 2 page paper. I think it gives you the details of what you would need. But think in terms of, I want to know what you already know about culture. What do you understand about it? Have you been able to identify it in schools, acknowledged it? And then if you also want to do some research, little r, not capital R, and include items in there that would allow me to see what you've been able to find out about it. So just think of it as a generality. I'm looking to, as an instructor, I need to know where my baseline is. What exactly do you know about culture? What do you understand about it? So that's all I'm looking for. The second part you're going to do then is you're going to identify an instrument, an assessment instrument. For any of you that find this challenging, I have included assessment instruments for you to use. And a lot of times students will use those, but you can also find your own. Try to find something that's validated. I don't want something that somebody just kind of made up and threw online and we really don't know if it's been tested or if there's any authenticity to it. So try to find something that has been used by a school district that maybe there's some results on. And that's really what I want to know is, why did you pick this instrument? Why do you see value in it? How are you going to use it, and what's it going to look like when you do use it? And then how will you use the data that you collect from it? So again, this is all about you. It's going to be different for every one of you. You're going to pick different cultural instruments. You're going to use them differently because you're going to have to kind of match it to your school, your environment, and what's going on. The third part of this activity is merely you looking at the 4 frames of culture. By now you'll understand there are 4 frames. You're going to identify one, and you're going to take your setting or any other setting, and it could be an organization, it doesn't have to be a school or whatever. And you're going to look within your organization using that one frame and kind of size it up. In other words, give me some indicators. If you used the symbolic frame, then what did you see in the environment that were symbols of the organization that were either strong or weak? So once you identify that frame, then you're going to go into that environment and you're going to size it up for me. And you're going to tell me why you think that they're strong in that frame or not strong in that frame. Justify your answer. I want to know, not you just telling me, give me evidence to support what you're saying. And the other thing too is, I was looking at notes to see if I've forgotten anything. Oh, one of the questions I get all the time is, well, what tool are you going to use to assess the frame that you've chosen? And you can use that instrument that you've already done in the second part. You can use that instrument. You can use another instrument that you didn't pick just out of curiosity, or you can, if your school district or your organization has already used a cultural assessment tool, and a lot of questions I'll get about the North Carolina survey. The teaching conditions survey, you could use that, but make sure it's not the whole instrument, that it aligns to the frame that you've chosen, and be very specific. Give me the statistical information from that survey, then the working conditions survey. So that should kind of give you a better idea. It's hard to put all that in writing, and you'll have meetings with me. You can email me, whatever you need in order to make sure that you thoroughly understand this first part. But that should kind of give you an overview of the culture section, and it is probably the most complex because it leads into the hallmark. It's the reason we shift it forward in this course is so that you can knock that out first, and you can be working on the hallmark when you're going through the other parts of the organizational management timeline.